Hey yo, what's up everybody? I'm back with a brand new build. And this time, I was kind of getting tired of the easy spammables, so I was kind of missing the dizzy swing vibe, and here we are with a wrecking blow build. And I can't wait to go over this whole build with you guys. I'm talking about sitting over 30k resistances on the back bar. We get well over 5,000 weapon and spell damage. Our crit chance is, well, you'll see our crit chance. The defense on this build is insane. It is top tier. Can't wait to go over that with you guys. The penetration is amazing as well. As you can see, we have shulks on here and onslaught, but we're going to get into all that in just a little bit. But guys, do me a huge favor. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And if you have any questions about the build, let me know what you would change differently on this build and what you like and don't like about it in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for being here. Now, let's get into this build. All right, guys, let's get into the attributes here. So we are splitting it 18 into mag. That gives us about 19,800 mag, which is great. Then we have 28 into health. That gives us 33,500 health, and 18 into stamina. That gives us 20,242 stamina. This works out very well for this type of build. Since we're brawling all the time, we need as much stamina and as much magicka as we can possibly get. And this puts us at the perfect amount for us to be able to move around, heal, roll dodge, and sprint as much as we need to, as well as working in our abilities. So this is perfect for that. Sustain here, it's fantastic. We're going to go over that with you guys. There's a lot more sustain on this build than meets the eye. We are also rocking the Shadow Mundus. This here gives us that extra crit damage, which is the main source of damage for this build. And of course, we are rocking the Orzorga's Smoked Bear Haunch. Guys, we're always rocking Orzorga's Smoked Bear Haunch. And we are a Vamp Stage 3 that gives us a little bit of extra damage reduction. You can't beat a little bit of extra damage reduction. And we are an Imperial, which is fantastic for the subclassing meta. I can't stress enough how great that little bit of extra sustain that you get from this class is. It's amazing. It always feels great to have. But now, that's enough of that stuff, guys. Let's get into these skill trees. First, we have Animal Companion. You guys already know this skill tree is one of the best. You got Bond with Nature. Anytime one of your Animal Companion skills ends, you are healed for 1,714 health. Then you have Savage Beast, which casting an Animal Companion's ability while you are in combat generates 4 ultimate. This effect can occur once every 8 seconds. Then you have Flourish. It increases your mag and stam recovery by 20%. Then Advanced Species, which increases your critical damage by 5% for each Animal Companion's ability slotted. And next we have Adric Spear. Piercing Spear increases your critical damage by 12% and increases your damage done to blocking players by 12%. Spear Wall. You gain major and minor protection for 6 seconds, increasing your damage done and reducing damage taken by 5%. Burning Light. When you deal damage, you generate a stack of Burning Light for 3 seconds. After reaching 4 stacks, you deal 2,075 magic damage to your target. This effect can stack once every half second and scales off the higher of your weapon or spell damage. Then we have Balanced Warrior. It increases your weapon damage, spell damage, and armor by 6%. Next, we're on to Storm Calling. This here, Capacitor, increases your health, mag, and stam recovery by 141. Energized increases your physical and shock damage by 5%. Amplitude increases your damage done against enemies by 1% for every 10% current health they have. And Expert Mage increases your weapon and spell damage by 108 for each sorcerer ability slotted. All right, guys, we're going to get back over to the Superstar and check out the rest of the gear. All right, guys, so the gear we have on here, starting with our 2-piece monster set, is Balorgh's. Got that one line of 129 weapon and spell damage, and then the second line, when you use an ultimate ability, you gain weapon and spell damage equal to the amount of total ultimate consumed, and physical and spell penetration equal to 23 times the amount for 12 seconds. We have our 1-piece Curious of Trainee, which gives us that 1,454 extra max health, and on the front bar, we are rocking Mechanical Acuity. It has 1 line of max stam, 1 line of max mag, and 1 line of weapon and spell damage. And the 5th line is when you deal non-critical damage, you gain a stack of mechanical acuity for 4 seconds, granting you 20% critical strike chance per stack, up to once every 1 second, and stacking up to 5 times. Upon reaching max stacks or after the effect ends, this effect cannot occur for another 25 seconds. And this right here makes us hit very hard. It takes a little bit of getting used to because you have to time it just right, because you want to make sure you don't use this when you don't have your combo ready. Our mythic here is the Monomyth Reforged. This one is fantastic. Ever since the recent patch, this thing has been on almost everybody. It gives you on the front bar while you're in combat, you gain major force, minor berserk, but you get minor vulnerability. And while you're on your back bar, you get major protection and minor vitality, but you get minor timidity. And now on our back bar, guys, we are rocking Rallying Cry. That gives us 2 lines of 657 crit chance and 1 line of max mag. But the 5th line here is when you're healing critically strikes while Battle Spirit is active, you and group members within 12 meters of you gain 1,650 critical resistance and 300 weapon and spell damage for 20 seconds. Each group member affected reduces the weapon and spell damage by 15 and critical resistance by 83. This effect can occur every 15 seconds, so it's effectively always up. And that is what we're rocking for our gear, guys. Now let's get into the specifics of the gear. We are always trying to rock multi-enchants, guys. These are prismatics. Tells you everything right here as well. And then if you can see, the green is medium, the red is heavy, and the blue is light. So 3 heavy, 3 medium, and 1 light, guys. That's what we're rocking on this build here. And now let's get into the back ends of this build, the champions points, guys. We are rocking Untamed Aggression, increases your weapon and spell damage by 150. Duelist Rebuff reduces your damage taken by single target attacks by 6%. Fighting Finesse increases your critical damage and critical healing by 8%. Focused Mending increases your healing done with single target heals by 10%. Celerity increases your movement speed by 10%. Survival Instincts, while afflicted with a status effect, your core combat skills cost 25% less. Pain's Refuge reduces your damage taken by 2% for every 2 negative effects active on you up to a maximum of 20%. Sustained by Suffering increases your health, mag, and stam recovery by 150 while you are under the effects of a negative effect. And that goes over our champion points, guys. Now let's get into our abilities here. And to start us off, we have Binding Javelin. Hurls a spear at an enemy with a godlike strength, dealing 3,955 physical damage and stunning them for 4 seconds. And since it ignores the enemy's resistances and it can't be blocked, this is a perfect CC. Wrecking Blow. Slam an enemy with an upward swing, dealing 7,832 physical damage, and it grants you Empower and Major Berserk for 3 seconds. So this increases your damage down by 10%. We have Executioner. This is our Execute. It deals 3,139 bleed damage, but it's up to 400% more if the enemy is under 50% health. And then we have Deep Fissure. This right here is our Major and Minor Breach, and it hits very hard. We have Bullnetch. This is our Major Brutality and Sorcery. It gives us a stam recovery and it's a cleanse, or it can also give you 5% increased damage for 5 seconds if you cleanse nothing off yourself with it. Onslaught. This right here is the backbone of the build. Strike at an enemy with a vicious blow, dealing 9,890 physical damage to them and all nearby enemies. This attack ignores the target's resistances and grants you physical and spell pen for your direct damage attacks equal to 100% of the amount ignored from the initial target for 5 seconds. Chilling Contingency. We have Frost damage on here. We have 8% damage reduction for 8 seconds. And we have Minor Intellect and Minor Endurance for 22 seconds, increasing our mag and stam recovery by 15%. This helps out the build's sustain significantly. Resolving Vigor. This is our strong heal over time that also gives us our minor resolve. We have Deceptive Predator, which gives us 6 seconds of Major Expedition, and it gives us immunity to snares and immobilizations for 4 seconds. And while it's slotted, you gain minor evasion, reducing damage from area attacks by 10%. 5%. We have Hurricane as well. This is our major resolve and our minor expedition as well. And then we have Healing Soul. This is our burst heal. We have the heal on it, obviously. And then we have the Warden script on here for the charm. And we have major vitality on there to give us that 12% healing boost. And our ultimate is Temporal Guard. We have this slotted mainly for the minor protection at all times on the back bar. It helps a lot with that survivability. But now guys, let's get into the combo of this build. My favorite thing to do when I'm playing this build is obviously make sure you have all your buffs up, guys. You time up your Wrecking Blow with your Deep Fissure hit, and you hit your Wrecking Blow right before the Deep Fissure goes off. Then you throw that Javelin at them, and then you hit Onslaught, and you should have gotten them low enough to hit that execute, because this thing hits hard and fast, especially when that mechanical acuity procs with it. The damage is insane, guys, and that is basically the rotation. But hey, that's pretty much it for the build, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this one because I had a lot of fun putting this one together. I'm probably going to make another variation of this build. And if you guys want to see that, make sure you catch me on twitch.tv/OKUY. But hey, guys, let me know what you would like to see next. Thank you for stopping in. I'm sorry that I hadn't made a video in a while, guys, but we're trying to get back into the swing of things. And I always appreciate you guys stopping by and checking out my content. You guys are amazing. This is Okui signing off. Thank you so much. Peace.